Hi everyone, welcome back to Ends of the World. This episode is brought to you by Satirize and a pint of... what is this? Hang on. Old Brown Dog Ale from the Smutty Nose Brewing Company. Smutty Nose. It's smuttylicious. I know all of you were looking forward to having a commander who is actively drinking beer during the mission. Sounds like fun, doesn't it? Alright, let's engage in Operation Heavy Shriek. I've already gone ahead and set up our squad. We're in pretty good shape here. I've decided to we have a moderate difficulty mission this time. We've been having ones that have been rated difficult, so we're taking a little bit of a risk. We're leaving Yasha and Atropos in the base and giving our relatively less experienced folks a chance to shine. That means, among other things, that we do not have a real medic. We have Claymore, who has a medkit, but he's not as good at using it as Yasha is. That said, I still feel pretty optimistic about this mission. I'm pretty happy to have two Rangers, because Rangers are pretty good at the whole knocking people out and carrying them around on their shoulders thing. Alright, good, let's go. So who will it be? Who are we kidnapping?
Menace, ready to deploy.
Resistance is asking for our help in dealing with a VIP said to be working in close collaboration with Advent forces in this region.
You're reading from the wrong teleprompter, Bradford.
Providing security. We need to secure the AO and eliminate any hostile contacts nearby. Capture the VIP if possible. If not, take them down.
If you capture them, you get extra intel. You do not, unfortunately, get to convert them and make them work for you, so we are kind of wasting an Utana character here. We can hope that it's someone we'll enjoy knocking out. Maybe it'll be Akio. No, we already have Akio back on the ship. I don't know who it'll be. Looks like we're back in Ibadan, Nigeria. Good times. Oh, look at us. We look so ready for this.
Menace 1-5, target location confirmed. Move to engage. Eliminate all hostile contacts.
Alright, do we have... yes, we do. We have a specific extraction point. We're not going to be able to choose our own.
Entering squad concealment.
12 turns. Feels strict. We've got quite a ways to go. We have to infiltrate a building to capture this guy. And then we gotta get him out back to... or her out back, we don't know yet. To our evac zone. Harsh. Let's hope we don't run into too much opposition. Let's see, let's get Riri moving up a little.
Position confirmed.
All the way up there.
Got eyes on a hostile squad.
Okay, that's a good start. So I see two of them plus a civilian, who we hope is actually a civilian and not a faceless. That's not our VIP. The VIP we know is further away. Claymore. We've got enough vision that I feel okay moving you closer. As a specialist, you're not super good at things like shooting. So we want you at close range if we can get you there. Strinda. Long as you're behind cover, mostly what we care about is just that you're in grenade range. Let's go ahead and run you up. We're on that time limit, so we don't quite have the luxury of setting up and hoping that they come to us or something. Kita.
Let's do this.
Should I be leaving some people in Overwatch? Probably. But I'd rather have them close enough that I know they'll be able to engage when the time comes.
On the move.
Panda is our only sniper this time around, so it's doubly important to make sure she's got clear line of sight. Now Chrome's our other ranger. He's our swordman. So let's make sure he's nice and close. This shouldn't run through the red zone. Good. Alright, what are they gonna do? They patrol back a little. Looks like it really is just the two of them. They're standing right next to that civilian. I mean, ordinarily I open this stuff up with a grenade, right? I don't want to grenade the civilian, because he's gonna die. And he didn't do anything wrong. Probably. I don't know if for a fact, but, you know, innocent until proven guilty. That's the only thing that separates us from the aliens. As far as I know, there's no actual mechanical benefit to not grenading the civilian. But nevertheless, we're going to try it. So the guy with the 2 points of armor there is almost definitely a shield bearer. If he gets to go, it's going to be that much harder to kill the captain or whatever that guy is. So I think the priority here is to kill the shield bearer. Can we actually get a grenade in there? We kinda can, yeah. We can at least grenade the shield bearer. Might even kill him. If we crit with the explosive, then that plus the acid damage would probably kill him. Marginally worth it. Panda, what can you see? Oh, what great shots. Look at those shots. Good, we're probably gonna have you overwatch then. Chrome. You could start this off by running in recklessly, but no, that's not a good idea. We have no idea what's standing behind them, between us and the VIP. We absolutely do reckless things sometimes with our rangers, but this is a place where there isn't really a good reason to.
Headed there now.
Let's advance the Strenda. She can see both of them. She has decent shots. She probably overwatches. Maybe I save Chrome. Because if someone's almost dead, it would be nice to have the almost guaranteed kill of the sword. I think I want Kita
Headed there now.
to stand there. And I think we should be able to open the door without making a scene. We can, but Kita can't actually see anyone. I was expecting her to be able to kind of step around the threshold. That complicates things. Can she get a grenade in? She can still kind of get a grenade in there. She can still get it onto the shield bearer. Hate to use an acid grenade that way. But it's only a moderate difficulty mission. So we won't worry too much about using our resources too early. Riri. You are going to stay in concealment. So we're just going to get you to cover.
Affirmative. Moving out.
We're going to reserve the rest of your move for a little bit. Panda,
Got it covered.
you overwatch. Oh, Claymore. Forgot about you completely. Let's see. Nothing nearby that you can hack. That pole is hackable, but that doesn't seem like our priority right now. We'll get to it, though.
Orders confirmed. Moving out.
Alright. So-so shots. I'm tempted to leave you too, because your combat protocol can deal a couple points of guaranteed damage. I don't know. No, I'd rather have you overwatching.
Moving to Overwatch.
And Astrinda, you overwatch.
Affirmative. Covering now.
Riri, stick around. And Kita, you go ahead and grenade that shield bearer. This should kill the shield bearer for sure
Out.
at the beginning of the next turn. Alright, now civilians, I'm going to have to ask you to not run into the acid clouds. Yeah, he's got 1 hit point left. That guy is toast. Alright. Claymore. Nice shot. Oh, I will take a crit on that guy any day. Nice shot from you. Wow! You three. So the kill goes to Panda, but that was some primo teamwork right there. So we killed the advanced officer before he could do anything. Congratulations on your promotion. And, I mean, we could run Riri in and have her take this one out, but there's no reason to sacrifice our concealment to do that because he's going to burn to death from acid at the beginning of his turn. Yeah. I mean, it's tempting because swords are cool. But I would rather have Chrome move up into Overwatch in case there's another pod unexpectedly close to this one. And Riri, mostly we want you not to get spotted to preserve the advantage of your scouting.
Moving.
Yeah. And again, acid normally does not do that much damage. That's all Kita's bonus grenade damage there. Treasure! We didn't get any last mission, and the mission before that I think we had to let it expire because it was nowhere near cover. So this should be a nice change of pace. Claymore, how about you get close enough to that pole that we can at least see what kind of hack opportunity we have?
Infiltrating access point.
Alright, what do we got? Ah. Okay, hypnography is no good to us. We don't really have will attacks. That's something that we may be able to do once we have a Scion, but we don't yet. But disorient. At the right moment, that is a seriously powerful hack. And a 68% chance of that? That's good. We don't want to do it now, because we can't actually see any enemies. We want to wait until we're engaged in combat and actually need the bonus. But we want to keep Claymore close enough that he can hack that pole.
If you say so.
Because that's the next best thing to a free win of a battle. Okay. Kita, why don't you go grab our treasure? Nice, nice. +8 aim, which is permanent on a soldier, and a couple of really good upgrades. I love expanded magazines. Advanced repeaters, they sound sexier than they actually are. It's only like a 5 or 10% chance depending on the level of the repeater. But once in a while, it kicks in at exactly the right moment. Alright, let's see. Now we go back to our game of advancing fast but not too fast. Take advantage of Riri's concealment.
Headed there now.
Okay. I was thinking about taking Riri over the roof, but the VIP is in fact in that building, and I don't see any sign of a skylight or anything that she'll be able to drop through. She could maybe go in through one of those windows, but that seems a little iffy. I don't want to count on that. I think, and this feels wrong because I hate to get into this kind of possible close quarters situation, but I think the best thing to do is to get inside the building. With everyone. We don't have a good idea where the rest of the enemies are. I think we're about to find out. Oh. Remember how I said we had that really good hack opportunity? I totally ruined that because I decided that I was going to move Dreaded Claymore a second time so he can no longer hack this turn. This is why we try not to finish moving until we know what we're going to encounter. Oof. Panda can't see anything from where she is, which is natural because they're on the roof or way back there in the building.
I hope it's worth it.
Panda's better at closer quarters anyway because of her pistol skills. So we will move her here.
Alright, I'll go.
Alright. Kita may be our saving grace here. We've got Chrome. Getting to the roof is something that he cannot do, not even remotely. He could, in principle, go hit that sectoid with a sword, and it would almost definitely kill the sectoid. 98% chance. But to do that, he has to run through that cloud of acid. And we've seen already that that cloud of acid is not a fricking joke. Run and gun. This is probably the moment for run and gun. I bet we can get him pretty close, maybe even flanking, to that sectoid without going through the acid. Not within sword range, but at least within effective shotgun range. Let's run and gun. Now we just have to pick a path that we can live with. Alright. It's not great. These are not great options. And unfortunately, Estrinda is standing right in the way of where I would really like to be moving Chrome. As we know, a soldier can't possibly kind of squinch to one side to make room for another soldier. Let's carefully set our waypoints here. Yeah, we cannot get a really good shot on that sectoid. That's unfortunate.
On it.
But we can get some kind of shot on the sectoid. That's right, civilian, you run away. Oh, we do have a flanking shot. Damage isn't great. This is why we need our magnetic weapons. But 60% chance to crit. Chrome, this would be a fantastic time to crit. That was beautiful. You did a beautiful crit. Unfortunately, it's still got 1 hit point left. Kita's shots aren't great. She's the only person we've got left. How many of them can we hit with the flashbang? We can get the Viper, which is not a bad idea. That Viper probably has more of the potential to completely ruin our day than any of the others do. I'm hoping... Flashbang throwing is such an imprecise science, we really... It's really not obvious. Whether we can get 2 of them. Yeah, that's 2 of them. Alright, I'll take that. Kita, buy us some time. Oh, that's right. I forgot. We discovered this already, but that plus damage on grenades applies to flashbang grenades as well, so hey, dead sectoid. We've got a disoriented Viper. Hopefully that means it can't shoot us with its tongue. We're flanked. Ouch. Okay, let's hope this sectoid has a different target in mind, because Estrinda, we cannot live without our second grenadier.
Stay out of my head.
Great, great resist, Kita. Fantastic. Well, if that's all they're doing, then as far as I'm concerned, we got off easy. Okay. The advantage is ours. The Viper, however, is still on the roof. Difficult to deal with that. Estrinda, we're probably going to try to have you throw a grenade to blow up that guy's cover, because shooting up onto the roof is not easy. hard to know where you're going to be able to get that grenade in there from. Boy, this building was just not made to be infiltrated or exfiltrated via skylight, was it? You'd think that would be something you'd complain to the architect about. Alright. Chrome, where are you? That's right, you ended up back here. Chrome, will you just kill that guy? Will you kill that guy? Yeah, you'll kill that guy. This is a terrible idea, but I can't resist. There we go. That's what we're talking about. I think you just secured the dealt most damage award this mission.
Yes! You see that?
I saw that. Estrinda, your chance of getting revenge, 44%. Not great. We need to either kill that Viper or get you behind cover. We should be able to kill that Viper, but we've seen before that that doesn't... probability is not always as much on our side as it seems like it should be, let's say. Panda can't get to the roof. Or she can, rather, but she can't get to the roof and then fire a pistol.
Is it
She
clear?
should have cover from here, and I bet she can see the Viper. She can. Alright, she's got 2 pistol shots if I use lightning hounds. 1. Dodged.
Just a little off.
And 2. Why can't you see it anymore? Weird. XCOM physics. You broke some glass and now you can't see the Viper anymore. Oh, okay. Let's start thinking defensively then. Because I'm getting worried about whether we can actually kill that thing this turn. Okay, now we have cover. We're probably going to overwatch with Kita. Now Claymore, you're still out here, right? As a last resort, we can absolutely use your hack. I'd rather not waste the hack on one Viper that only has 3 hit points, but I will absolutely do that if I have to.
Sure thing.
Estrinda, get behind cover. You can still see it, that's good. Any better luck with the grenade now? No. Oh, there it is, there it is. Perfect.
Catch.
Blow up that snake. It's like the old Heroes Quest, or Quest for Glory games. You just gotta do some pixel hunting. Alright, this building is now very thoroughly on fire, but happily we are safe. Safe. I mean, apart from the fact that the building is on fire, and there's an unknown number of aliens still hanging around, and we have 9 turns to pick up a VIP and get to the extraction point. Other than that, we're perfectly safe.
Stepping off.
Riri somehow has managed to remain in concealment this whole time. So she is our infiltration team
Moving
here.
to position.
Alright, and yeah, you stand next to the door too.
I'm going.
Alright, now with Claymore. Obviously we don't need to hack that pole, but I kinda stand by what I said about how I want him able to see it. It's not that you're a bad shot, Claymore, but it's not your specialty. Hacking is. When we run into more enemies, you're more likely to be very helpful from back here where you can disrupt them
I'm trusting you here.
than up at the front. Alright, you're the last person we have to move, so if we want to move you again, we can. Unfortunately, it's a little hard to tell whether you'll be able to see the pole from further up. So I'm just going to leave you on Overwatch here.
Scanning. Menace 1-5, be advised, hostile interceptors are inbound on your current position. Firebrand has a limited window to provide extraction.
Roger that. Alright, there's every probability that this is going to reveal them, but we don't have time to finesse this. Alright, good. Where's our VIP? There, alright.
Closing on target position now.
Riri, get us an angle.
I gotcha.
Who is it?
Target identity confirmed. Menace 1-5. Remember, we're here to capture the VIP if possible. Knock them out and bring them in.
That is... Boy, you know, I can't even see. I'm pretty sure that there is some way to figure it out. But they don't look perfectly right for anyone, do they? Maybe this is not Newton a character after all. What an anticlimax that would be. Alright, Riri has a great view of the entire inside of that room, more or less. So I don't feel bad about moving everyone else in. The VIP is like any other civilian. They're not going to run away or fight back. Oh crap, do we have aliens after all? No, it's just the civilian saw us, but again, the civilian can't do anything. Strinda. I almost want to spend a turn getting you closer to the guy with the medkit so that we can heal you up a little. Let's make that his job. We aren't going to need to stun them this turn.
Location confirmed.
Remember, it's only Yasha who can heal at a distance. Oops, we double moved him. What am I even thinking? So he can't use his medkit now because he's already double moved. I can't activate his medkit with Astrinda because obviously she can't take the medpack off of his belt and use it on herself. Alright, well I can't hang Astrinda back here. Do I want... You know, yeah, I think I want Astrinda advancing along the outside. We don't need everyone to be inside.
Not a problem.
What we need is to have eyes on the landing pad when that becomes practical. Because there's going to be another pod of enemies, and you can believe they're between us and the landing pad.
Overwatch.
Unless they're not, you know. Let's see, Riri is not close enough to subdue the civilian. We'd have to move up and then use the subdue command. We could go ahead and just kill them, but I would rather have the bonus intel. Let's just move up and intimidate them. This is going to blow her cover, but I don't care.
They're onto me.
Remember, she actually has an ability that lets her go back into cover once a mission, so if we decide that we want to go back to scouting mode, we can do that.
Good to go.
For Kita, the shortest way out is through. Chrome.
Will do.
That looks right to me. Good thing we wear body armor. Alright. That was the next turn. There was no alien activity. That suggests to me that we're actually done. Maybe we'll get reinforcements, but I don't think there are any more enemies on this map. Riri, you are on body carrying duty.
Status confirmed. Target package in custody.
I gotcha.
Alright. If there are no aliens on the map right now, then we're not actually in a hurry. I don't want to breach that door hastily. If I can take one more turn to set up.
I can handle that.
Now it turns out carrying an unconscious body on your shoulders does not actually hamper your ability to move at all. You can move just as fast and just as far, but you can't shoot. And obviously you can't swing a sword.
Moving out.
This should be a good post for Panda. Well, if we're going to the extraction point, then here's what we're going to do. I actually want Claymore to hack that pole, and the reason is, even though there are no enemies on the map, a successful hack does get you experience. Experience means higher rank means a higher chance to hack the next thing when it might actually be important. So Claymore, this is your chance to shine. No. That did not work. Alright. If there are enemies left, they have a defense and mobility boost. They're going to be tougher to hit, and they're going to be able to move to flank us more easily. It's okay, don't feel bad. You know, hacking is not an easy job. You're hacking completely alien technology. Let's just edge Chrome a little closer.
Scanning.
Overwatch with Kita.
Get some.
Estrinda should be able to safely move here.
Heading out. Come get some.
Looks like they called in backup.
Yeah.
Menace 1-5, we're picking up an enemy transport inbound on your current position.
So this is what I was a little worried about. There are no more enemies, and the game has decided we haven't been challenged enough, which is fair. So they're calling in reinforcements. And somehow I've lost track of the flare. I thought it was right here somewhere. Wasn't it over here? Now I'm really concerned. Because reinforcements are one thing. We don't have to be scared of reinforcements. Reinforcements that we don't know where they are, I'm scared of that. Alright, it looks like we can't even open the door while we're carrying someone, so let's have Panda take care of that.
Got some ad bait.
Oh, crap! That's very bad. That's very, very bad. Okay, okay. We did everything wrong. We attempted the hack. We failed, which means these guys are now kind of supercharged. We have more coming. I don't think those guys are supercharged, but they could be. Oh my gosh, and that defense boost is not a joke. Look at that, 17% to hit, 4% to hit. Granted, they've got full cover, but that's still ridiculous. Okay, this just got real. Kita. We need your grenade. Good, yeah. With any luck, this will let us take down the shield bearer before he can make things even more difficult for us. And guess what? They can't dodge a grenade. Okay, good. I think that with her damage bonus, that should kill both of them at the beginning of the next turn. Which kind of brings us a little bit closer to equilibrium. Okay, I can stop panicking a little. We used our secret, totally OP weapon there. That's our last acid grenade. Let's see. I think we better have Panda, Ririkins rather, put down our VIP. Because we need her gun.
Easy now.
Here's what we're gonna do. She has no cover, but we're not gonna need cover, because what we're gonna do is, I'm trying to decide who I want to take the shot with. They've both got a frag grenade. Okay, so it looks like Riri's shot is stronger there. What we're gonna do is we're going to have Panda use her grenade to blow up this one's
Fire
cover.
in the hole.
Perfect. And now we're going to have Riri. We could sword it. What's our chance of hitting? 76! That's so sad! The shotgun is a 79% chance. That's a little bit better. I will take the little bit better chance. Uh-oh. Oh, that would have been a good moment to hit the shot. Okay. It's alright. It's alright. That guy's going to get an uncontrolled shot. Probably going to take it on Riri because she has no cover. Riri's a big girl. She can handle it. Now, we've probably got reinforcements, but again, I don't know where they are. I can't find the flare. You all are probably looking at this going, it's right there. Either that or there's a graphical glitch going on. So what we're going to do here is, we really need to have these folks ready to take down the incoming wave. But I want to check something.
On my way.
Estrinda, can you? Yes, you can.
Frag out.
Remember, they can't attack us on the same turn that they drop. So this is sacrificing an Overwatch shot, but it doesn't mean that they're going to get a shot that they wouldn't otherwise have gotten. Excellent. That's what we needed. Good. Alright, so I think that surprise... I'm just going to censor myself there. Pod, right outside the room. I think they're taken care of. Where do we want Claymore to stand for his Overwatch? Given that I don't know where they are, I guess one place is just about as good as another. He doesn't have to be in cover, so let's move him up to where I think I saw the flare. And this should be close enough to take the Overwatch shot. Three of them, one of whom is a robot. Let's see what they got for us. Alright, good. Acid Burn takes care of that guy. Acid Burn takes care of the Viper. Kita, that's what I call pulling your weight. Alright. Yeah, either it was a graphical glitch or I am blind as a bat, because that was right where I thought it was. Okay, okay. That was not a great Overwatch, but it could have been a lot worse. It wasn't the miracle that we had last mission, but with any luck, we don't need a miracle. Jury is not here this mission, so we aren't jinxed as far as miracles are concerned. Alright. Chrome with the sword. Almost definitely can hit the advanced trooper, but might not kill it. Can definitely kill the stun lancer. That's tempting, but the robot is what I'm the most scared of. Now Estrinda has both grenades and ammunition that could really help soften up that robot. Her frag grenade certainly wouldn't kill it, but would take off 1 point of armor. It would get it within range to the point certainly where one more attack from anyone should kill it.
Not a problem.
What kind of shot do you have? 79%. This shot, if it hits, has a chance to just straight up kill it. Which would mean I don't have to use 2 people on it. I think that might be too greedy. I think that's too greedy. What I should do is, I should just try not to be scared of this advanced trooper. And accept that I can kill 2 of these 3 this turn with these units. Probably. By using a grenade with Estrinda. Let's actually try not to blow up the car. I might still want it for cover. Good. A little bit of damage, took care of some of the armor. I wish it had dealt 4 damage instead of 3, because now there actually is a chance that Claymore will hit but just not do enough damage. We don't yet have Gremlin Mark II, so his combat protocol, it's not going to do the trick here. It'll only deal 2 points of damage. What is our chance of hacking it? Fingers crossed. Oh, that's not bad. Not bad. Yeah, we're doing this. I'm going to take the shutdown option here. We've got a really good chance of getting that right. And if we do, then it doesn't matter that we haven't killed the robot this turn. Good. Successful hack, nicely done.
I'm in.
And I'm pretty glad we did not try to take control of it. Because then not only would it not be dead, it would also have increased aim and defense. We don't need that right now. Riri is too far away to do us much good, but she can... Oops, hang on. I need someone to carry the VIP. At this point, I think Kita is the best situated to do that. Kita has already used the 2 most important grenades. Which means that at this point, she's basically a lady carrying a minigun. Which is, you know, obviously fantastic. But not as fantastic as a lady with both a shotgun and a sword.
Target VIP secured.
Okay. Let's just move you towards the landing zone. This is absolutely safe. We're just walking across the battlefield. Alright, Panda. I don't suppose there's any way we can get eyes on them with you. No, not reasonably. So let's just get you to a place where next turn you'll be able to contribute. Because we know they're not going to die this turn. All we've got left is Chrome. His job is to kill this guy. Is he going to get shot in the back by the advanced trooper? Definitely. Definitely. But we need to kill the stun lancer. We don't need to be carrying 2 bodies back to the Avenger. Alright, Chrome, I'm sorry to consign you to the medbay here, but I think it's the right call. Alright, what's your play? Oh, you're actually shooting at a Strinda. Oh. Probably should have seen that coming. They like to gang up on the weak. And Astrinda having been hit, yeah. Unfortunately, he underestimated Astrinda. She's not as weak as he thought she was. We've got 4 turns to extract. I think that gives us time to finish off this pod. I don't think we have to just make a suicidal dash for the exit. But it sure would be nice if we could take care of this guy this turn. How are we going to deal with the robot? Riri could try sorting it. 100% chance of hitting it would deal at least 4 damage. That's exactly what I wanted to see. Riri, why don't you just do that? Nice. I killed a robot with a sword.
Not too shabby.
I'd love to let Claymore take a shot at that one. I feel like Claymore has been kind of drawing the short straw quite a bit this mission. But we've got to think about the whole squad. So we're going to move Chrome back a little, because we need to make sure that we're going to be able to get to the Avenger. We're going to throw a grenade, which should take out that exceptionally flimsy-looking piece of cover. Good. Now we can't kill it with combat protocol. 2 points of damage is not enough. But a 65% shot is not bad. Let's hide. And good luck. Ooh. It's alright, Claymore, don't feel bad, we all have bad days.
Running low on ammo.
Alright, I would love to have Estrinda take the last shot here, but we're out of grenades, so we can't guarantee the kill. And with 3 hit points left, no, Estrinda needs to leave.
Location confirmed.
So let's just go ahead and extract you.
Evac confirmed.
Now you might protest, no, I want to be able to support my team. Well, that's a very nice thought, but you'll be able to support your team better if you stay alive for the next mission. Okay, we've got a pistol shot here. 1 pistol shot can't kill it unless it crits. But we've got 2. Worth a shot. Good start. And if you can hit it a second time... Perfect. That was some clutch shooting.
Okay, so I got 1.
It was the last one, though. Alright. Kita still carrying our VIP.
10-4.
So let's accomplish the mission. At least I hope it's the last one. It's funny how the moderate difficulty mission turned out to be harder than our previous 2 difficulty missions.
This is Firebird. VIP is secure.
But fortunately, I think Estrinda is the only one who got hurt.
On high-speed approach. Your window for extraction is closing.
We got plenty of time. Now we can just make the mad dash for the evac point.
Ready to boogie. On the move. Evac confirmed.
Oops. Rushing there apparently didn't finalize Chrome's move. Alright, I'm proud of all of you. Estrinda soaking up that fire like a boss. Kita acid grenading us out of trouble twice.
I'm out of here.
And even poor Claymore, who for the most part
Ready to boogie.
had some bad dice rolls that mission, shut down a robot that we couldn't have killed.
Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
Frankly, I think y'all should be proud. Oh, and we had some really cool swordsmanship out of both of our sword users. Who have I not complimented yet? Panda. Yeah, honestly, Panda didn't get as much action this mission as she might have. But that last kill, that last I'm going to shoot you twice with a pistol move, that was pretty sweet. It's been pointed out to me that these folks are always moving, which is not very realistic. It's like the developers are afraid that if they stop fidgeting for a second, we're going to be like, those don't look like real people at all. I have no idea why it sometimes cuts to that weird little... whatever. So we have at least 1 promotion.
Impressive work, Commander. The aliens are probably still wondering what hit them.
We have exactly 1 promotion. Oh, excellent. Okay, so we actually haven't seen much of the Advanced Warfare Center yet, but remember when we built it we said sometimes at random our soldiers get abilities from outside their usual talent trees as they level up. And Panda just hit the jackpot. She has lightning reflexes. And this is going to make her fantastic at dealing with overwatches. Basically, she can just run an overwatch. An enemy will shoot at her, the enemy that's overwatching will shoot at her, but that enemy will guaranteed miss her. And the enemy has spent its overwatch, so it can't hit anyone else with it either. So that's a really key ability. And that's an ability, by the way, that none of the classes learns naturally. That's just something you can get through the Advanced Warfare Center only. So I feel really happy with that. That's gonna be awesome for us, Panda. Alright, we're gonna keep you on the gunslinger path. we're going to give you quick draw. Firing your pistol with your first action no longer ends your turn, so we can shoot and move, we can shoot and shoot, we can use the lightning hands to shoot, shoot, and shoot. We can literally shoot 3 times in a turn now. And poor Estrinda, badly wounded. Oh, yeah, we didn't get someone from Utana. Okay, obviously I need to go create some more characters for the game to draw from. We may have to start drawing from other anime, because I think I've created all of the Utana characters I can think of. Let's see. Good. Good loot. Good mission.
Another impressive effort, Commander. My expectations were high, and yet you have exceeded them.
I'm really relieved to have a little bit more intel. I want to use that intel immediately to figure out what that dark event is. Yeah, I know. I don't need more alien alloys. You might remember last episode, we got this dark event notification, but we couldn't reveal this because we had no intel. Now we have intel. Alloy padding, better armor for our enemies. This is a high priority to get rid of, and I'm pretty glad I just spent that intel.
Avenger plotting new course.
Let's go pick up these supplies. Wandering all over the world. Excellent. Excellent. We got our Skulljack. Next mission's gonna be an interesting one. We're going to hack the neural implant in someone's brain, hopefully. And I'm not gonna give away what happens next. Let's see, we should definitely get our proving grounds working on something else. What are we going to have Akio help build now that he's already built the mind control device? Oh man, all of this stuff looks so good. Spider suit's really tempting. I love snipers in spider suits. Battlefield medicine sure would be a nice insurance policy. Skull mining is going to let the Skulljack be way more useful in the long haul. That's a high priority. I'm feeling the spider suit. I think we're going to go ahead and queue those up. We're going to build a spider suit,
Right away,
and after that we're going to go right into skull mining. Which brings us down to only 1 Illyrium core left, but that's okay. Let's see. We do now have someone in sickbay. So for Estrinda's sake, we're going to take Anthe off of her... Oops, didn't mean to do that. Now we're back in the Hollow Globe. I'm so good at this game.
Commander, I appreciate you recruiting new staff for the
Yeah,
team.
that's what I'm doing. That's literally what I'm doing right now.
Waiting for an assignment. We can have them working on construction, excavation, or staffing a facility.
Good. Alright. We have no problems. We have 1 soldier in sickbay, but we've got plenty of power. Our intel is not great, but it's not terrible either. We've got plenty of supplies to buy magnetic weapons when those come online. And we're about to get a lot more supplies. Beautiful. $564 supplies. Wow, that's great. Okay. I think next we make contact with New India, but the black market is basically on the way, so we might as well stop in and see what they've got.
The market is open.
We could buy a bunch more supplies for 35 intel, but at this point I'm actually feeling pretty bad about our intel situation. We're going to count on our ability to get more supplies the old-fashioned way. Anything we want to sell them. We don't want to sell them our Illyrium crystals. We may or may not actually need 83 of them. We don't need the gas grenade. I never use these. Poison just does not affect a lot of the enemies that we would want it to affect, and it does affect our troops. So. Corpses. Yeah, we went through this a couple episodes ago. I'd rather not sell too many corpses. Let's just play it safe. Excellent. Plus again, we feel kind of flush on supplies.
Setting course for India.
Let's finish making contact if we can. We're entering the place where we certainly could be getting a new mission. We got our spider suit. Fantastic. So our next mission, I'll be able to show this off to you folks. You thought your mountains would protect you, India. But no, we found you, and now you will pay tribute to us.
Reading you loud and clear.
New regional contacts located.
Alright, most importantly we have access to New Indonesia. New Indonesia is where the next alien black site is. And because their Avatar project is halfway done, I am starting to worry a little bit about that. We could go there and make contact now, but it would cost us almost all of our intel. It's 2 jumps away from our radio tower in East Africa, so it would cost 60 intel. Alternatively, we could build a new radio tower in New India. That costs us some supplies and some time, but it would reduce the intel cost and increase our income out of Asia. I'm not positive that's worth it, but I'm going to do it anyway. Excellent. Estrenda is recovered from wounds. We've got a new room. Excellent. So, do we build the Shadow Chamber, or do we build the Psi Lab? I mean, honestly, the Shadow Chamber is the more valuable of these 2 rooms, but it's also way less cool. I want psychics. I want psychics. We're building a Psi Lab. Yeah, sure. Excellent. Yes, Utana can help us build the Psychic Lab. Funny story, in the first XCOM, in XCOM 1, of course I named all of my soldiers after Utana characters because why wouldn't you? Soldiers in that game were psychics or not purely at random. I only had 2 psychics in that game, and they were Utana and Toga. So actually it feels right to me that Utana is helping to build the Psychic Lab. Okay, guerrilla ops. We have one right here in New India. We could recover a scientist, Dr. Mitsuru Tsuwabuki, which is good because I don't like reinforcements on guerrilla ops. We could counter this resistance informant, because that retaliation mission's coming up real soon anyway, and get a sharpshooter for our trouble. I don't really need a 3rd sharpshooter. Or we can deal with the event I'm really worried about, the extra armor, but all we get from that is a bunch of supplies. Tomb Valley, Sky Queen, Knife Storm. I think the coolest name here is pretty obviously Tomb Valley. I also don't want to pass up the chance to get a scientist, especially Dr. Mitsuru Tsuwabuki, so this is what we're going to do next. We're going to go destroy an alien relay, grab a scientist, and hopefully we don't get Estrenda nearly killed this time.
Equip the Skulljack for use in the field if we're going to make any progress towards our current objective.
I almost forgot. That's another thing we'll be doing next mission. We'll be hopefully using the Skulljack, and then all hell's going to break loose, but that's part of the fun. Thank you so much for joining me. It's been a pleasure as always. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.